Uh, Here we go. This is a page from the funnel hacking live notes. If you don't have them, get them. These are golden, absolutely fantastic. Um, I've bought every single set of notes Tim Castleman has ever produced, and they have gotten. Sorry, there's a piece of broccoli in my throat. They have gotten a lot better. This particular set here, funnel, oh bloody hell, funnel hacking live notes, is much more structured, much more a sort of a flow to it. You get previously it was always nuggets. Here's a little nugget, and you kind of had to string it together. In these notes, there is basically you feel the underlying strategy behind of all of this, and it is beautiful. Between page 27 and page 30, he goes into how to use not only Instagram and why you should be using Instagram. I have to admit to you, all right? So here you're getting a full-blown behind-the-scenes bonus. Um, my brother does Instagram quite successfully in the sense of he gets sponsored and he doesn't even do sponsored posts. It's amazing. He just wears people's stuff. I mean, as you may know, my brother is he is a professional commentator, I think is the job description there. He basically goes to big sporting events like the international triathlons. We're talking the big stuff. He's done stages at the Tour de France. He goes and does golf events for Mercedes-Benz. He does Gore-Tex, all kinds of big companies. Whenever they've got something to announce or an event, etc., he does this, and he basically gets sponsored just being out there wearing people's stuff just under the radar. Nothing like, look, here is my whatever Garmin watch, etc. And he's only got around about 10,000 followers on Instagram. It's fairly small scale. And I always thought, well, Instagram, clearly it's about the younger generation and it's mostly about sports and fitness, etc. When you go through the funnel hacking notes, it is mind-blowing what you can do and how it fits into the bigger picture, the traffic strategy. So do yourself a massive favor and go get the funnel hacking live notes. They are really, really good. Yes, you still need to do some thinking on your own and how to apply this in practice, but it's very, very meaty, and there is really good stuff in the sense of now it makes a lot more sense to a lot of people, whereas previously it was individual tactics you needed to string together. Now there's a coherent picture of how to apply this in your own business. Anyway, going back to this year, this is something I have been preaching for a long time, I guess. But it's always good to have someone else say it. So in this case, it's Russell Brunson. Hey, and if you don't believe him and me together, then, you can't be helped. This is absolutely true. Go out and create something fast. Don't spend 10 to 12 months on it. I know why people do it. Because they feel my shit isn't good enough. And if I go out and build the ultimate, the best thing, it's going to be awesome. And I tell you this, I'm human too, right? Every time I go and create something totally new, I've never done before, it's a new market, it's a new audience, I have no idea how they're going to react. This creeps into my mind. I go, oh man, is it good enough? And are they going to like it? The only place that's going to give you the right answers is this one here. The only opinion you should care about is your customers. And incidentally, you may or may not agree with Russell Brunson's philosophy to business. He's fairly straightforward when it comes to asking for the sale. He's upfront. I'm gonna ask for money, and he's been a lot worse in the past. He's been to the point of being exploitative. High-end coaching programs sold to people who didn't need them. Put that to aside, your view or your belief about Russell Brunson and his stuff. He goes on and on about how to serve an audience better. And that is the key philosophy. And because you want to serve an audience, The only thing that matters, the only opinion you should care about is those of your customers. Nobody else matters. Not your friends, not your family, and certainly not the voice at the back of your mind. Your mind is going to go, well, my stuff isn't good enough, and I could try this and that and the other, etc., etc., etc. So please, if you don't believe me saying, hey, just go out and try it, then please believe Russell. So his recipe is create something fast. Don't spend a lot of time on it. This is the most important thing. Most of your funnels will start off bad, and that's okay. Now, this last point here, the being okay, that's a real problem for... Go away, all right? This one here, that's okay. That's a real problem for a lot of people, especially when you're hardwired from a personality type perspective, like my wife. My wife, basically the fundamental problem, I mean, she is the ultimate mother. She looks, and ultimate mother and a chess player. She can look ahead 25 moves and see what could possibly go wrong, what would endanger the survival of her offspring. Right? We can go around, and I've done this. It's so funny. Go around our house, the two lengths, one side, and then go around the corner. That's kind of how you get from the car to our front door. And I asked her, just for kicks, what could possibly go wrong? And at item 20 of what could possibly go wrong on the short path, from slipping and tiles falling off the roof, etc., I had to stop her. My mind is not wired that way. And the reason I'm telling you this, and this is again with hand waving at the screen, is that if you are hardwired that way, that you naturally look out for things that might go wrong, or you're asking you constantly, well, the thing I'm doing, how will it impact the environment? How will it impact other people? How will it impact my reputation? You've got a problem, right? Because you are telling yourself, well, I'm not going to go and take action. I'm not going to create something fast without making absolutely sure it's absolutely perfect. Because if it's not perfect, things might go wrong, it might impact my reputation, and as a result, you never even get to step number 2, right? So here's the thing. With a sphere of influence, remember, you're creating something of, well, the intention is, of tremendous value. However, the reality is most of your funnels will start off bad, and that is, now I'm going to go back to the example, okay?